Hello everyone, I have a couple of fast farms to show you for Minecraft Java 1.16 and above. This is the first, a nether plant farm, which produces 65,500 plants per hour, including more than 7,000 fungi per hour, which can be used in an X farm. Farm 2 is a netherwood farm, producing 40,000 items per hour, including 25,000 stems and 1,000 shroom lights per hour. The farm isn't lossless, and both farms do require lots of bone meal, but you're set if you have a basic skelly farm. The wood, or stems, get funneled into the centre, and then they're aligned to straddle a set of hoppers. This means that the collection won't get backed up by too many items flowing in at once. The farm also has a built-in mechanism where if the nylium dies, it regrows again instantly, meaning it'll always run reliably, providing that you've stocked enough bone meal and fungi. Anyway, no more hanging around. Tutorial, go! Here's the footprint size of the farm and everything that you're going to need to build it. I'll also throw in a world download so you can check it out for yourself. First things first, we need to place a dispenser facing up. And then we need to shift-click hoppers into the sides and the back, so that they're all pointing into the dispenser. And then after that, place double chests, like this, and it doesn't really matter which way they stick out. At the front here, place a sticky piston facing towards the dispenser, then place a block and an observer facing the block, get rid of the block, then another observer here. And now we're going to place 25 nylium, like so. Then surround the edges with solid blocks. Now, at the chest at the back, place 2 glass, and then 3 solid blocks above that, piece of glass off the side, and get rid of this centre block here. Now if you swing on down here, we're going to place 25 observers right above the nylium. And 2 blocks underneath those, sticky pistons. So it should all look just like this. Then we make a 2-block wall of glass all the way around the farm, but we leave a gap here, because we're going to need to get in and out soon to place more glass. Then place solid blocks above the glass. And it should all look like this, if you've done all of that correctly. Anyway, now we're going to place some glass here, like so. And then across the right-hand side, like this. But we are going to leave a gap where that solid block is there. And that's it. You want to leave the left side open, and then place chests across the glass like this. And then hoppers facing down into those. And now the glass is going to go around the hoppers, but not above them. And now you can place some solid blocks off the sides of these observers. But leave the right-hand side open. We've left it open intentionally because now we need to place some water, so that it is flowing straight towards the hoppers. And now you can cover that up. And we have some water spillage here, but don't worry about that. Just place a sticky piston facing up. And then on top of that, grab an observer and face it into the solid block. Place an observer facing this way, and then coat all of these observers here with redstone dust. Then also put some lighting in so that mobs don't spawn on the roof. We're almost done now. Just place some glass under the sticky pistons. And then seal this off. Now get a solid block, place it here, put redstone dust on the top of that, a note block, and then an observer facing down towards the note block. Then we're done. All you need to do is grab a lever and put it at the side of the note block, like this. And now you can test it out. It should work just like this. Now fill up the 3 double chests at the bottom with bone meal, and your farm is ready to go. If you only want the fungi and not the plants, then just compost them like this. Before you go ahead and build this farm on any server, please check first that A, your server allows farms that use TNT duping, and B, if the server runs paper. If it does and you find that the duper doesn't work, show this to your server admin. And thanks a ton to Rocco.co for your comment to this on my concrete maker video. So here's the footprint size of this farm, and then in this double chest here are all of the materials that you'll need. I highly recommend getting all the materials ready before you start, and all of this will also be in the world download. To start, place 8 solid blocks, just like this. Then place some chests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make all of those double chests. Now get some hoppers and point the hoppers into the backs of those chests. Now we're going to place a double chest here, but it's not going to be used for anything other than item alignment, which is important, so do place it. Now place some glass going around the edge, like this. Now we place some cobblestone walls on top of the hoppers. Finally, all you need to do is place a water bucket there, and that is the collection system finished. Also, light things up. Now make a plus shape with solid blocks just like this, and each one goes 8 blocks out. Fill the whole thing in and make one big platform. You still need to keep the hole in the centre. Now come to the corners and make little plus shapes, like this. Place slabs on the outer edges. Then place slabs around all the edges, which are going to keep the water in. And then in survival, make an infinite water source, and just keep going around the edges with water till it all joins up in the middle, just like this. Collection system done. Now swing on over to the left, and we're going to get some dirt and place 2 dirt here. Then a solid block on top. Then we're going to get some more dirt, build out this way a little bit, then place another solid block. Get a repeater and set that to 2 ticks. Get another repeater here, set it to 4. Then you need a dispenser here and a dropper here. Now you need to face hoppers into those. Get some more dirt, place a sticky piston, dirt again, a solid block, then another sticky piston, another solid block, dirt, and another solid block. Then you can get rid of this dirt. Now place a solid block behind this repeater here, and the other one. Then place a block here. And then you need to place dirt here, and face an observer into the dirt, then break the dirt. Now you need a note block, 2 observers, and a solid block. And this is what everything should look like so far. But yeah, come down here, break the dirt because we don't need it anymore. I'm placing 6 solid blocks along here because that's going to be the way into the farm. On the bottom right hand corner here, place some glass, then place an upper slab, and then a double chest on top of this hopper here, with a hopper going into it. Go around the back here and place a solid block, then an observer facing into that solid block, an observer facing into the side, and then a barrel behind this observer here. Then some redstone dust here, and you don't actually need to put that glass there, I realised afterwards, but place scaffolding here and here. Now place some nylium here with an observer running into it. Then you need another nylium block here, solid blocks going around like this, then a piece of glass. Then a redstone dust, and glass there. Then a solid block. Now you need a sticky piston facing down, which will push the observer down and pull it back up again. Then place a door. Not there. There. Then get some wool and place it here. Alright, time for the next layer up. So glass, another double chest, an observer above this block here, then a dispenser with a hopper running into the back. Then some glass here and there. And it's very important to always keep some glass above this nylium. If it was left open, nether wart blocks would grow there and that would kill the nylium, so you need that glass there. But you need a regular piston here, a comparator going into a solid block, then an oak block here, and then down here, redstone dust, and a repeater, just left at default. Now you want to place solid blocks here and here. Then on top of those, redstone dust and another repeater set to default. Then a solid block and solid blocks here, like an inverted T-shape, then some pistons. Then a double chest on top of this hopper. And then a hopper running into that from this side, double chest on top, another hopper, and another double chest. Then back down at the front here, you can place some glass. And that's this layer done. Also get 3 more carpets and put them on top of these chests. On top of these existing pistons here, we need another 12 Y levels of pistons placing. That's 36 more pistons. Then round the back here, place solid blocks down the back of the pistons like so. And now you'll be placing glass and redstone dust just like this. And with the glass in this configuration, the redstone pulse will go all the way up this tower. Remember these 2 scaffolding here? Well, we need to place a total of 21 scaffolding on top of them going up. You'll have to come up here with all of the materials that you have left for the project. But place a temporary block here, and then another 7 out this way. From here, place a solid block, then a honey block, then another piece of dirt, and then a chest. We're in first person mode again because dupers need to be built perfectly. But place a honey block here, then get some dirt and build out this way. Another 2 bits of dirt. Then place a sticky piston here. Now on top of this dirt, place a solid block, and then we're going to make an inverted U shape. So if we get some dirt and place solid blocks this side and this side. Then place a sign here. And another one here. Very important that you place those signs, and then you place water. And the purpose of all of this stuff here is to slow the TNT down before it falls. Anyway, now you need some immovable blocks that won't stick to slime blocks. I'm using furnaces, but you could also use obsidian or terracotta. Then you need a cobblestone wall, a fence gate. Make sure the fence gate is definitely open, and then place another cobblestone wall. I almost forgot this part, but I didn't. You need to place some solid blocks here and some redstone dust on top. Alright, from here now place dirt and a solid block and then a torch just to light things up. Then over here, an observer, a slime block, another slime block, and then TNT right above the fence gate. And a coral fan. It doesn't matter if it's dead or alive, it's going to end up dead anyway. But then slime block here, here and here. Cobblestone wall on top of the TNT. Then another slime block, a detector rail. Piece of dirt, because you're going to face a sticky piston into the slime blocks. And then from here place a solid block and a redstone torch. Now it's time for the redstone clock that powers the duper. So jump down here and on the 3rd block along, pillar up by 3 blocks, then place a solid block, and build blocks in this configuration. Now get some repeaters out, and you need to place them facing the scaffolding. So one is set to 1, the other is set to 4. Then 2 more repeaters facing into this solid block, both are set to 4 ticks. Then place some redstone dust. Build out this way and place a sticky piston and a solid block. And now you need to place the last 3 scaffolding And then you need to place an observer on the top and make sure it's facing down towards the scaffolding. We are almost done, but not quite. First of all, you need to grab a minecart and put it on the detector rail. If you come back down to where you were before, you need to place slabs going around like this. Then you also need to pillar up and place slabs going around like this. And these slabs are an indicator of how tall the trees are going to grow. And now there's one last but extremely important detail. You need to place some glass right there. I'm a bit of a moron. There's one thing that I did forget, and it's that nether wart blocks can grow here. So, what you need to do to stop that is just place a trapdoor or a sign against the chest. You should be all good now to give it its first run, so if we go through the door here, you need to fill this chest here with fungi and this chest here with fungi that corresponds to the colour of nylium that you're growing it on. You also need to place bone meal in the dispenser and the chests. And you might be wondering where the on-off switch is. Well, this is it here. So I right-click on that, and that starts the farm up. And you'll notice that the TNT drops in two separate locations. So the first one drops down low, then the second one high, and that's how we know it's working. You also need to put a little bit of bone meal in here, which feeds into the dispenser under the nylium. But now you can start to use the farm. So you hold down the right-click button, and here's a nifty trick. If you hold down the right mouse button, F3 and T at the same time, you should see a screen like this. When this screen comes up, let go of the right-click button, and the game will automatically hold down the right-click button for you. How cool is that? That is how to use the farm. And here is a little freeze frame of the nylium dying. You'll notice it's now netherrack, but then it gets bone mealed. And the farm can continue. It's also very important that you turn the farm off after each and every use. And also you will get warp blocks growing here. But you can put a sign on the chest, just like you did with the other block. There we go. If you're going to grow warped fungi, you're going to need warped nylium. And this is how you change it. You take out the glass. You change the nylium here. Then you change it here. And that's it. Just make sure to put the glass back afterwards. If you don't like the nether wart blocks growing around the side of the farm, you could do this. You could build it out of glass or solid blocks. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to answer a few potential questions. The first one being, why won't it work on bedrock? The reason is, TNT duping mechanics don't work, and also with short pulses given off by observers, it doesn't cause the sticky pistons to spit out their blocks. At least that's what I've heard anyway, but I don't play bedrock. The second question would be, are the honey blocks necessary? In this build, they definitely are. They help to slow the TNT so that it falls at exactly the right rate and blows up in the two correct locations. Will it work in future Minecraft updates? It should do, unless they change the way that TNT dupers work or something. But they've been this way for quite a long time and I can't really see anything changing. Will you make a dispenser version of this farm? My answer is no, because I don't think it would be efficient enough. If you hooked a TNT dispenser up to this farm, I don't think the output of items would be worth the amount of TNT that you use, therefore I wouldn't recommend doing it with this version. And then finally I have a few suggestions. So you could increase the storage capacity down at the bottom and even have item filters that sort the blocks for you. You could even have an item filter that removes the nether wart blocks and then composts them, turning them into bone meal and then feeds the bone meal back into the farm. I think that would be very cool. And my very final suggestion would be to share this video with your redstoney friends, subscribe and check out my other nerdy videos such as how to build a hyperbolic paraboloid, or my video on making epic roofs. Well, I hope you all enjoyed, and if you have any suggestions or questions, just let me know and I'll try to answer them. Until next time, cheers and bye-bye.